myself to my new neighbor yesterday using exactly what we practiced on day one, and it felt so natural. I didn't even have to think about it. The words just came out.
Wow, that is amazing, Jenny. I love hearing that. This is exactly why we do this podcast. Real practice leads to real results. And I really hope everyone listening also tried using those phrases in their daily life yesterday.
I really hope so too. And if you missed day one, don't worry. Go back and listen to it first. It covers greetings and introductions, and it will help you follow along with today's lesson much more easily.
Great reminder. So, Jenny, are you ready to tell everyone what we are learning today? Because I am so excited about this topic. I actually planned my whole morning around it.
Of course you did, James. Okay, everyone. Today on day 2, we are going to learn how to talk about your daily routine. Things like what time you wake up, what you eat for breakfast, and what you do throughout your day.
Yes, and this topic is so useful because talking about your daily routine is one of the most common things people discuss in everyday English. At work, with friends, with family, it comes up constantly in real conversations.
Exactly. And today we will also learn a very important grammar point. But don't worry, we will keep it simple and practice it a lot. We are talking about the simple present tense, the tense we use for habits and routines.
That's right. And remember what we said on day 1. We focus on practice, not too much explaining. So today, just like last time, we will explain a little bit and then practice a lot, out loud, together.
James, actually, before we continue, I want to be really honest with everyone for a second, because a few people asked us something after day 1. They asked, "Can I really speak fluently after just 10 days?"
That's such a fair question, and honestly, I want to be completely honest too. 10 days will not magically turn you into a perfectly fluent speaker overnight. Real fluency takes ongoing practice, and that is true for every single learner in the world.
Exactly. What these 10 days will give you is a strong, practical foundation, real everyday phrases, real grammar patterns, and real speaking confidence, so that after day 10, you are not starting from zero. You already have solid tools to keep building on.
That's a great way to put it. So think of these 10 days as building the base of a house, a strong foundation. And after day 10, you keep adding to that foundation every single day through real conversations, more listening, and more speaking practice.
So please, everyone, don't feel discouraged if you still feel a little unsure by day 10. That is completely normal. The goal of this series is progress and confidence, not instant perfection. And every small step you take here truly matters.
Well said, Jenny. Okay, now that we've set clear expectations, let's get back to today's exciting lesson with full energy.
Let's not waste any more time then. Let's jump straight into today's lesson, starting with the most basic part of any daily routine, waking up in the morning.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Okay, so James, what is the very first thing that happens in almost everyone's daily routine, usually in the morning?
Well, for most people, the very first thing is waking up, and in English, we say, I wake up. This simple phrase describes the moment you open your eyes and your sleep ends.
That's right, and right after that, many people say, I get up, which means you actually leave your bed, because sometimes you wake up, but you stay in bed for a few more minutes before you get up. Am I right, James?
Guilty, yes. Sometimes I wake up and stay in bed for 5 more minutes before I actually get up. So those are two different actions, waking up and getting up, even though they happen close together.
Let's practice these two phrases together. Everyone repeat after me. I wake up.
Now try this one with me. I get up.
Great. Now, James, what time do you usually wake up in the morning?
I usually wake up at 6 o'clock. I like waking up early because it gives me time to plan my whole day before I start working. What about you, Jenny? What time do you wake up?
Oh, I wake up much later than you. I usually wake up at 7:30. I am definitely not a morning person like you are. Okay, everyone, let's practice saying the time together. Repeat after me. I wake up at 6 o'clock.
Now try this one with me. I wake up at 7:30.
Wonderful. And now, everyone listening, say your own sentence. I wake up at, and then say your own real time out loud right now. Take a moment and really think about your true daily routine.
I hope everyone tried that, because connecting these sentences to your real, actual life makes the practice so much more powerful and so much easier to remember later.
I completely agree. Now let's move on to the next part of the daily routine, going to work or going to school. James, how do we say this in English?
It's very simple. We say, I go to work if you have a job, or I go to school if you're a student. And if you work from home, you might say, I start working instead.
Let's practice these together. Everyone repeat after me. I go to work.
Now try this one with me. I go to school.
Perfect. And now everyone listening, say your own true sentence. Do you go to work, go to school, or start working from home? Say it out loud right now with confidence. Wonderful. Now let's talk about the middle of the day, lunchtime, James. What do we usually say about eating lunch?
That's easy. We simply say, I eat lunch or I have lunch. Both are correct, and both are used very commonly in everyday English conversation.
Let's practice together. Everyone repeat after me. I eat lunch.
Now try this one with me. I have lunch.
Great. And now, everyone, what time do you usually eat lunch? Say the full sentence out loud. I eat lunch at, and then your real time.
I really hope everyone is speaking out loud with us, because remember, this speaking practice, even alone in your room or your car, is exactly what builds real fluency over time.
So true. Now let's move to the evening part of the routine, James. After work or school finishes, what do people usually say?
Well, usually people say, I go home or I come home. And then after that, many people say, I relax or I rest, meaning they take some time to relax after a busy day.
Let's practice these together. Everyone repeat after me. I go home.
Now try this with me. I relax.
Perfect. And then, of course, in the evening, most people eat dinner. So, James, how do we say that?
Very simple. We say, I eat dinner or I have dinner. Just like lunch, both versions are correct and both are used all the time in real conversations.
Let's practice. Everyone repeat after me. I eat dinner.
Great. And now, everyone listening, say your own sentence. I eat dinner at, and then your own real time. Say it out loud with confidence right now.
Wonderful. And finally, at the end of the day, what is the very last thing that happens in almost everyone's daily routine, James?
Of course, going to sleep. In English, we say, I go to bed, which means you get into your bed, and then I go to sleep or I fall asleep, which means you actually start sleeping.
Let's practice these together. Everyone repeat after me. I go to bed.
Now try this one with me. I go to sleep.
Perfect. And now, everyone, say your own sentence. I go to bed at, and then your own real time. Be honest, even if it's very late.
Yes, no judging anyone here. Whatever time you go to bed, just practice saying it clearly and confidently. That is all that matters right now.
Okay, everyone. Wow, we just learned so many useful daily routine phrases. Wake up, get up, brush my teeth, wash my face, take a shower, get dressed, eat breakfast, go to work, eat lunch, go home, relax, eat dinner, go to bed, and go to sleep.
That really is a lot of practical vocabulary. And now, Jenny, I think it's the perfect time to talk about the grammar behind all of these sentences. The simple present tense. But let's keep it short and simple like we promised.
Yes, let's keep it simple. So here is the basic rule. When we talk about our own daily routine using I, we just use the normal verb, like I wake up, I eat breakfast, I go to work. Very simple, no extra letters needed.
That's right. But here's the important part. When we talk about someone else, like he or she, we usually add an S to the end of the verb. For example, he wakes up, she eats breakfast, he goes to work.
That's such an important rule. So listeners, remember, I wake up, but he wakes up. I eat breakfast, but she eats breakfast. Just a small change adding S, but it makes a big difference in correct English grammar.
Let's practice together. Everyone repeat after me. I wake up.
Now try this one with me. He wakes up.
Now this one. Repeat after me. I eat breakfast.
And now this one. Repeat after me. She eats breakfast.
Wonderful. And now everyone listening, try making your own sentence about someone else. Maybe your mother, your father, your friend, or your brother or sister. Describe one thing they do every day using the he or she form. Say it out loud right now.
I really hope everyone tried that because switching between I and he or she is one of the small grammar points that learners forget the most. So this little bit of practice today will really help you in the future.
Jenny, before we move on, I want to stop for just a moment because we're actually about halfway through today's episode. And I know sometimes halfway through a lesson, it's easy to feel a little tired or distracted. So let's do a super quick recap first.
That's such a good idea, James. Okay, everyone, quick recap. So far today, we learned how to talk about our morning, our breakfast, going to work or school, lunch, and the evening, and we also learned the simple present tense rule, adding S for he and she.
If all of that makes sense so far, wonderful, you're doing great. And if a small part felt confusing, that is completely okay too. You can always come back and repeat any section. That is exactly why we mark clear chapters for you.
Yes, exactly. So if you ever want to jump back to a specific practice, like the breakfast vocabulary or the grammar section, just check the chapters below this video and you can replay that exact part as many times as you like.
Great reminder. Okay, everyone, take a deep breath. You are halfway through day 2, and honestly, the second half is just as fun as the first half. So let's keep going with the same energy. Ready, Jenny?
Ready, let's keep going.
I completely agree. Now let's move to the next part of today's lesson, asking someone else about their daily routine. Because a conversation is never just talking about yourself, right, Jenny?
Exactly right. So, James, what is the most common question we use to ask about someone's daily routine?
The most useful question pattern is, what time do you, plus the verb. For example, what time do you wake up? Or, what time do you eat breakfast? Or, what time do you go to work?
Let's practice these together. Everyone repeat after me. What time do you wake up?
Now try this one with me. What time do you eat breakfast?
And now this one, repeat after me. What time do you go to work?
Great. Now let's practice a full mini conversation using this question, Jenny. Let's hack this out. I'll ask you the question.
Sounds good. Go ahead, James.
Jenny, what time do you wake up?
I wake up at 7:30. What time do you wake up?
I wake up at 6 o'clock. I like getting up early.
Wow, that's so early. I could never do that.
See, everyone? That is a real, natural conversation about daily routines. And now, listeners, I want you to pause and try asking a friend or family member this same question, if someone is nearby, or simply answer it again yourself out loud.
Take your time with this practice. There is no rush at all. Just focus on speaking clearly and comfortably. Remember, comfort and confidence are more important than speed today.
While everyone practices, let's also learn a very useful question type. Yes or no questions about routines. Jenny, can you show us an example?
Sure. We use the word do at the beginning. For example, do you eat breakfast? Or do you go to work every day? And the answer is simply, yes, I do, or no, I don't.
Let's practice these together. Everyone repeat after me. Do you eat breakfast?
Now try this one with me. Yes, I do.
And now this one. Repeat after me. No, I don't.
Perfect. Let's practice a quick back and forth exchange. James, ask me a yes or no question about my routine.
Sure. Jenny, do you eat lunch at home?
No, I don't. I usually eat lunch at a small restaurant near my office. Do you eat lunch at home?
Yes, I do. I usually cook something simple and eat at my kitchen table.
See, everyone? That is exactly how real conversations flow. Question, answer, and then a question back. It feels so natural once you practice it a few times.
Absolutely. And now, listeners, it's your turn again. Think of a do you question about someone's daily routine and try asking it and answering it out loud by yourself. Take your time. Say it out loud.
I hope everyone is enjoying this practice as much as I am. Honestly, daily routine conversations are something you will use constantly, with coworkers, with new friends, even with family members you see every day.
So true, Jenny. And actually, before we move to our final practice round, I think we should teach one more very useful set of words. Words that tell us how often we do something. These are called frequency adverbs, and they make your routine sentences much more interesting.
Oh, that's such a great addition, James. So let's start with the most common ones. Always, which means 100% of the time. Usually, which means most of the time. Sometimes, which means occasionally. And never, which means 0% of the time.
Let's practice saying these words together. Everyone repeat after me. Always.
Now try this one with me. Usually.
Now this one, repeat after me. Sometimes.
And now the last one, repeat after me. Never.
Great job. Now here's an important little grammar tip. These words usually go before the main verb, but after the verb to be. For example, I always wake up early, but I am always tired in the morning.
That's a really helpful tip. So, listeners, don't worry too much about memorizing the exact rule right now. Just listen to our examples and repeat them, and the pattern will start to feel natural over time.
Let's practice some full sentences together. Everyone repeat after me. I always eat breakfast.
Now try this one with me. I usually go to work at 8 o'clock.
And now this one, repeat after me. I sometimes eat lunch at home.
And the last one, repeat after me. I never skip dinner.
Wonderful. And now, everyone listening, try making your own sentence using one of these frequency words. Think about something you always do, usually do, sometimes do, or never do, and say it out loud right now.
I really hope everyone tried that, because adding these small words to your sentences makes your English sound so much more natural and so much more like a real, fluent speaker.
I completely agree. And now let's practice asking questions using these frequency words too. Jenny, can you show us an example?
Sure. A very common question is, do you always eat breakfast? Or, do you usually go to bed early? The pattern is simply do you plus the frequency word plus the verb.
Let's practice these together. Everyone repeat after me. Do you always eat breakfast?
Now try this one with me. Do you usually go to bed early?
Great! Now let's practice a quick exchange. Jenny, ask me a question using a frequency word.
Sure. James, do you always wake up at the same time?
Yes, I do. I always wake up at 6 o'clock, even on weekends. I guess I really am a very organized person.
That is so you, James. Always so consistent. Honestly, I sometimes wake up late on the weekend. I could never be that disciplined.
Well, everyone is different, and that is completely okay. Now, everyone listening, it's your turn again. Ask yourself or friend a question using a frequency word and answer honestly. Take your time. Say it out loud.
Wonderful. I think our listeners now have such a rich toolbox for talking about daily routines, not just simple actions, but also how often they happen, which makes conversations so much more natural and detailed.
So true, Jenny. And now, Jenny, let's move into a fun mini-game with our listeners, just like we did on day one. I will ask a question, and I want everyone listening to answer out loud immediately. Ready?
I love this idea. Let's do it. Everyone get ready to answer honestly about your real daily routine.
Okay, first question. What time do you wake up? Everyone, answer out loud right now.
Great. Next question. Do you eat breakfast every day? Answer out loud, yes I do, or no I don't.
Nice. Next one. What time do you go to work or school? Answer out loud with your real time.
And the last one, what time do you go to bed? Answer out loud right now. Be honest, even if it's very late.
Excellent work, everyone. I am so proud of how much you are speaking today. This kind of active practice is exactly what separates people who slowly improve from people who improve quickly and confidently.
James, before we do our final big conversation, I think we should practice one more small but very important skill, telling the time clearly, because we've been saying times this whole episode, but let's make sure everyone feels really confident with it.
That's such a good idea, Jenny. Time can actually be a little tricky for learners, so let's break it down simply. For a time like 7 o'clock, we just say 7 o'clock. Nice and easy. No extra words needed.
Let's practice that together. Everyone repeat after me. 7 o'clock.
Now, for a time like 7:15, we can say 7:15. Or we can say 7:15. Both are correct, and both are very common in everyday English.
Let's practice these together. Everyone repeat after me. 7:15.
Now try this one with me. 7:15.
Great. Now for a time like 7:30, we can say 7:30, or we can say 7:30, which is a very common and natural way to express this time too.
Let's practice these together. Everyone repeat after me. 7:30.
Now try this one with me. 7:30.
Perfect. And finally, for a time like 7:45, we can simply say 7:45. Or we can say 7:45, which means 15 minutes before 8 o'clock.
Let's practice these together. Everyone repeat after me. 7:45.
Now try this one with me. 7:45.
Wonderful. So listeners, remember, you don't need to use the past and to style if it feels difficult right now. Using the plain numbers like 7:15 or 7:45 is completely correct and totally normal too.
That's such an important reminder. There is no single correct way. Both styles are used by native speakers every day, so choose whichever one feels easier and more comfortable for you right now.
Now let's practice asking and answering about time together. James, the common question is simply, what time is it? Or, do you have the time? Both are used when you want to know the current time.
Let's practice these together. Everyone repeat after me. What time is it?
Now try this one with me. Do you have the time?
Great. And now let's do a quick back and forth practice. Jenny, ask me what time it is.
Sure. James, what time is it?
It's 7:30. Or we could also say, it's 7:30.
Perfect. Now, everyone listening, look at a clock or your phone right now and say the current time out loud in English, using either style we just learned. Take your time, there's no rush.
I hope everyone tried that because telling the time is something you will use constantly, whether you're catching a bus, meeting a friend, or simply asking someone on the street. This small skill is incredibly useful in real life.
I completely agree. Now, James, I think it's time we put everything together in one full, complete daily routine conversation, just like we did at the end of day one. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it. And everyone listening, please try to say every single line with us, both sides, out loud. This is your final big practice for today.
Hi, James. What time do you wake up every morning?
I wake up at 6 o'clock. What about you?
I wake up at 7:30. Do you eat breakfast?
Yes, I do. I eat breakfast every day. Do you?
Yes, I do too. What time do you go to work?
I go to work at 8 o'clock. And you?
I go to work at 9 o'clock. What time do you eat dinner?
I eat dinner at 7 in the evening. And you?
I eat dinner at 8. What time do you go to bed?
I go to bed at 10:30. It was so nice talking with you about our routines.
It really was. Thanks for sharing, James.
Beautiful. Wonderful job, everyone. That conversation used everything we practiced today. Daily routine vocabulary, simple present tense, what time do you questions, and do you questions, all combined into one natural, complete conversation.
I am so proud of everyone listening today. That was a lot of speaking practice, and every single sentence you said out loud is helping you build real, lasting fluency, one small step at a time.
Absolutely agree. Now, before we finish, let's do a quick review together just to make sure everything really sticks in everyone's memory before tomorrow's episode.
Great idea. So first, we learned key daily routine vocabulary. Wake up, get up, brush my teeth, get dressed, eat breakfast, go to work, eat lunch, go home, eat dinner, and go to bed.
And second, we learned the simple present tense rule, using the normal verb with I, but adding S to the verb when we talk about he or she, like I eat, but she eats.
Third, we learned how to ask about someone's routine using what time do you plus a verb, and we practiced this with real questions and real answers.
And fourth, we learned yes or no questions using do you, along with the short answers yes I do and no I don't, which are used constantly in everyday spoken English.
Wow, that really is a lot of useful, practical English again today. And just like day one, everything we learned you can literally use today, right after this episode ends.
That's so true. And I really want to encourage everyone listening, please try describing your own daily routine out loud today, maybe to a friend, a family member, or even just to yourself in the mirror.
Yes, and remember, it's completely okay if you make small mistakes. Forgetting the S for he or she happens to almost every learner at first. The important thing is that you keep speaking and keep practicing.
Absolutely. Mistakes are simply part of the process. Every fluent speaker made the exact same small mistakes when they were learning. So please don't let fear of mistakes stop you from speaking.
Now, James, before we close today's episode, can you give our listeners a little homework? Something simple to practice before tomorrow's episode?
Of course. I think everyone should write down or say out loud 5 sentences about their own daily routine using what we learned today. For example, what time you wake up, what you eat, and what time you go to bed.
I love that homework. And if you feel brave, try asking someone else about their daily routine today too, using what time do you or do you. Even a short, simple question is great practice.
Perfect. And speaking of tomorrow, Jenny, can you give our listeners a small preview of what we'll be learning on day 3?
Of course. On day 3, we're going to learn how to talk about food, ordering at a restaurant, describing what you like and don't like to eat, and having simple conversations at a cafe or restaurant.
Oh, I love that topic. Food conversations are so common and so useful, especially if you travel or eat out often. So please, everyone, make sure you come back tomorrow for day 3 of our 10-day challenge.
Yes, definitely come back. And until then, please practice your daily routine sentences. Say them out loud, and remember, every small practice today is building your confidence for tomorrow.
Absolutely agree. Now, before we finish, let's bring us to the end of day 2 of Speak English Fluently in 10 days. Thank you so much for practicing with us today.
Thank you all so much for listening and speaking along with us. Please remember to practice your daily routine out loud today. Come back tomorrow for day 3, and as always, keep speaking English with confidence.
That's right. And remember, learning English should be easy and enjoyable, so keep having fun with it and celebrate every small step of progress you make along the way.
Well said, James. All right, everyone, that's it for day 2. Thank you so much for listening and practicing with us today.
See you all tomorrow for day 3. Take care, keep practicing, and remember, you can absolutely do this.
Bye, everyone. See you next time on the Learning Lab, where learning English is easy and enjoyable.
Bye, everyone. Take care and happy practicing.